Again, welcome to Richmond Public Library's first Twitch stream for Dungeons & Dragons. You will be playing well, not you, but you, I mean the three fine people that you see here. They will be playing a game that actually was written because I did an interview with Peter Derbyshire for a library program about a year ago, which is live on our YouTube channel. Or film live. It's not live because that would mean I'd be in two places at once recording it, and I'm not. But it is filmed live and sitting on our YouTube channel, and you can watch it where we actually come up with the idea that became this game that I wound up writing, because it was actually pretty super fun to write. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to have our characters introduce themselves, and why don't we start with Cindy? Introduce yourself and your character.
Alrighty. So, hello everyone, I'm Cindy. I'm a digital services librarian here at the Richmond Public Library, and today I'm going to be playing as a rock gnome barbarian by the name of Borwin Fablestable.
Alright. Gnomes represent.
I'm going to pass it off to Andrea.
Okay. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a digital services librarian at Richmond Public Library. And today I'm going to be playing as Marigold Fernvale, who is a ranger wood elf.
Okay.
That leaves me. I am Deeth. I'm a digital services technician at Richmond Public Library, and I will be playing Wim Bindlestiff, a rock gnome bard. Rockin' gnome.
Excellent. And my name is James the Tech, and I will be your dungeon master for this game. So to start off the game, the three adventurers that you see before you, they have been adventuring together for quite some time. You have actually just come off of a really tough quest where you had saved an entire country. You're feeling pretty good about yourselves, but you need to be someplace where nobody, unlike the Cheer song, you need to be where nobody knows your name. And you want some rest and relaxation. The town of Holbrook is very well known for being a place where adventurers can go and not be noticed. So you have arrived at the dwarven town of Holbrook for your rest. You're hoping to find an inn, and you're just thinking that this is the ideal place to relax. And when you get to the town, you're greeted by a guard who sees you. He's a very stout dwarf, very long beard, and he kind of looks at you up and down, and he says, "What's your business in our town?"
Well, we're here for a little R&R. We don't really have business here. We have the opposite of business here. Yeah?
And that's your reasoning. You have no business here at all.
Well, if relaxing and getting away from the world is business, then I suppose.
He says, "Of course that's business. That's what we're here for. Come on in and enjoy." And since we have some new players here who have never used, we're using Roll20 as our maps, and to help them out, they should be able to click on their characters. And so if you click on a character, the characters are on the bottom, so I'm just going to ping them so that you can see. So this one, for example, is Andrea, right here. So you should be able to click on him and then move him with your arrows. Let me know if you can't. This one here is, actually this one is Andrea. Because Andrea is the elf, so she's the one, the large one.
The big one.
Yeah. This one is, this one is actually Vorwin, so this one is Cindy, and you should be able to move that character now just by clicking on it and then moving your arrow keys. And then this one here is
Wim.
Yeah, and you should be able to move Wim. So each square, for those of you who have never played Dungeons & Dragons before, represents 5 feet of space. And because we're not in combat, you can move as many feet of space as you would like.
How do I move my character, James?
Yeah, I don't think...
You should be able to, if you click on the character, then you will see three circles appear above the character. Oops, here, hold on, let me go over to the map here.
What if you don't see that? In Roll20, I'm under the Select and Move Arrow button tool.
Okay.
And when I click on anything, I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't think you've given us permission for the sprites yet.
Hold on.
Who was able to
Marigold
mine?
moved?
Yeah.
I did, yes.
Yeah, Andrew is able to move hers.
Okay.
So let me just make sure. I did the.
I was bad. I didn't read the
I see
tutorial.
why. No, it's just Roll20 being Roll20. Here we go. There we go. So Deeth, you should be able to move yours now.
Thank you.
And...
Warwin's so standoffish.
Okay.
Everyone else is together, and I'm just over here on the left.
And oops, yeah, there we go. Okay, and Cindy, you should be able to move yours now.
No?
Not seeing it. Do I need to refresh? I'll refresh.
Might need to hit reconnect, but let's try. Yeah, no, should have complete control.
Oh. I see 3 circles. One red, one green, one blue.
Perfect. Then move your arrow keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can move now.
No, we're not.
Okay, so in that case, since you have moved into the tab there, I'm actually going to give you full access of being able to see the map.
And I'm just strolling in, playing a little bit on my lute.
Okay. Some people actually, turn. They see you playing, and they're like, oh, hey, look at this guy. He's look at this person here playing his lute. They're quite enjoying it. They think, they think that it's quite fantastic, and somebody even throws you, a silver and says, hey, really good lute playing there, bud. And,
nice.
So to the right, you can see it's kind of a city hall, which is the biggest building there. Here, the first building that you passed, that one you can see is Bed Bath and, or not Bed Bath.
Bed Gnomes and Beyond?
No, oh my goodness, I forgot the name of my, Bloodbath and Beyond, which is the weapons and armory store. And over here is the Tavern, and the Tavern is the Harlequin's Tankard, and the rest are some homes and people just sort of milling about, doing typical villagey type things. What would you like to do?
What is this building again? The town hall?
Yeah, so if you put your arrow over something and you hold down the left mouse button, you'll get this. Yeah, you get this little circle there, and you can ask me. You can point to something that way. So that's the city hall where the mayor is.
And where was the inn? The tavern?
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I think best first destination.
I'm definitely eyeing the tavern. I'm hungry.
All right, so everybody's gonna go to the tavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So going to the tavern, I'm gonna bring up a different map. So I'm gonna change.
I'm looking
my
at
screen.
this. What's that? Oh.
Okay, so. There we go. Alright, so on here, let's bring this down here. Your characters are at the top right-hand side of the map now. You can see they're on a cobblestone walkway, and they're walking up to the Harlequin's Tankard. It sounds like there's some music playing. There's lots of voices coming out, and you get this waft smell of fresh cooking, and it just smells divine. You've had a long trek here of eating not really great food, and from what you remember of the Harlequin's Tankard the last time you were here, it was quite the place to get delicacy from, and the door currently is shut.
I'll open it.
All right.
Mhm.
And I'm already trying to size up the quality of the music inside and the playing there.
Sure. Well, for you, having gone to Bard College, you really, it's good, but it's
not competition.
Yeah, like they're definitely beginners and a little bit untrained, but
Excellent.
For a little town like this, it gives you a really good feeling that you're probably with very similar-minded people.
People who might appreciate some good music.
Exactly.
Maybe you can play for some food.
Play for some tips.
So if you want, you can enter the tavern. You should have control over your characters, but if you don't, I
don't.
I can.
I think I don't anymore.
Yeah, I lost control of my character.
That often happens
Oh,
when...
I got it.
The elf, of course, is the most nimble. Strides in.
It figures. Those elves. There we go. Okay, so Borwin. Let's just see here. Yes. Alright, so Borwin, you should be able to move yours. And Wim, you should be able to move yours.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright.
Awesome.
So you enter, and it looks like there's no empty tables. The closest that you can see is there's a dragonborn at one table that he seems to be hogging with 3 seats. Everybody else is kind of bustling around, getting different things to eat, and just generally enjoying their time. What would you like to do?
I want to wander towards the stage and greet the musician, but I'm also checking out the tables to see what kind of things might have been left unattended.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is we're going to do our first roll of the day, and you're going to give me an investigation check. So just as you're sort of looking around to see if you notice anything, because the lights are a little bit dark and it is a little bit bustly. So for new players to do that, we're using D&D Beyond for our character sheets. And what you're going to do for your dice rolls is on your character sheet, sort of in the middle of it, it has skills. And one of the skills is an investigation, which is alphabetical. And if you click on the number that's beside the word, it will give you a dice roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a 12.
And then because I
I got. Okay.
I was going to say, and I can't see your dice rolls right now, so if you want to tell me what you got, then that would be perfect.
I got a 12.
Okay.
I got an 8.
An 8.
I got a 5.
Okay. 12, 8, and a 5. What would you like to do?
I want to wander.
Okay, so basically what happens is, I have to remember your characters' names now. Vorwin and Marigold don't really notice anything on the tables. You're kind of feeling like it's just very typical. There's some leftover food, not really much. What Wim notices as you're walking along, sort of as you get to, if you want to put your character to sort of this point where, oops, I'm clicking on the wrong map because I'm clicking on OBS, and that's actually not where the clickable map is. But if you kind of go around this way, and when you get to about here, there we go. What you notice is the dragonborn that seems to be eating is holding a paper, and you get a glimpse of what it says, and the paper says, reward for capture Chrysantra the Druid for, basically for rehabilitating dangerous creatures. And you can see he's got a big meal in front of him. He's just really focused on eating them. And
He's not focused on the paper?
Not so much. Like, he's got it in his hand, but he seems more focused on what he's eating.
Okay. Well, as my instructor at Bard College always said, sleight of hand plus mage hand equals involuntary tipping.
So if you would like to do a sleight of hand to steal
So,
his...
can I do sleight of hand with mage hand so I'm not actually near the table?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, and you can do it because basically the paper is below 10 pounds, which is the maximum for mage hand.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing I would have practiced. So.
Yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 5, I got +4, so that's a 9. So not a great roll.
Okay. 9, you basically, you attempt to do it. He kind of
knock the paper to the floor.
His hand. Yeah, well, he kind of shakes off the mage hand and he kind of looks around to see if he can figure out who's done it. And he doesn't seem all that happy. So I'm just going to do actually a roll to see his perception, and you will see this in roll 20. It didn't actually show my roll, so let me do that again. There we go. There. Okay, so he looks around. He doesn't notice at all. So I rolled a 5, which isn't great. And so yeah, he seems very curious, but he does notice you kind of coming towards the stage, and he looks at you, and he says, "No, come here."
Rock and gnome. Yeah. I walk towards him. He's in the corner there?
Yeah, he's at this table right here.
Yeah.
He says, "You look like you're here for a job. I've got some work. I need a crew to go get a druid. What do you say you and I team up and we go get this druid and make some coin today?"
Well, coin sounds good. We're actually here to relax more than to work. But I suppose if the work were rewarding enough.
Okay, he says to you, I have to tell you, this druid and I go way back, and I've actually been hunting her for quite some time. It's fortuitous. And you can tell that he says that word very uncomfortably, like he's been practicing that particular word quite often. Says it's fortuitous that I have finally found her because she killed a lot of people that I traveled with. And Andrea, when you get to where you are right now, the lady behind you who is serving the table, she whispers to you, "Hey, you seem to have come in with that gnome over there. Are you two traveling together?"
Yes, we have been traveling together for a very long time.
You might want to stay away from the Dragonborn. He has a tendency to cause a lot of trouble. We're a little bit worried about our establishment tonight, and he doesn't often pay when he says he has a job. Just so you're aware.
Oh, interesting.
And then she turns back and continues helping the other table.
All right, I'm just gonna kind of walk semi-near so I can kind of overhear what they're talking about.
Okay. Velpin says to Wim, "What do you say we team up? We sneak into Chrysandra's ranch. We destroy all of these beasts that she's claiming that she has rehabilitated, and we take her out."
Well, normally I don't have anything against druids per se, and you haven't told me anything about what the reward is.
He crumples up the paper that he's holding, and he says very quickly, "Reward is about 10 gold. I'll share 5 with you. We'll go 50-50.
That sounds like a lot of work for 5 gold, actually. I think I'll try my luck just playing for tips. Thank you.
He looks like he's a little bit put off, and he pushes his plate aside, and he looks directly at you, standing up, towering over you, and he says, "I don't think you understand me exactly. I've asked you very nicely if you would join me on this quest, and I feel like I'm being a little bit disrespected, and that does not feel fortuitous to me."
So one of my traits is that everyone likes me, so I'm going to just try and persuade him to like me without actually agreeing to his job.
Sure.
So I just want to sweet talk him a little bit and get out of the situation. So would that be a persuasion roll?
Persuasion roll, and then tell me what you say. Or actually, tell me what you say first, because it's a trait of yours. If I may give you advantage on this roll.
Okay. So like, well, you've been very polite and all, but I really did come here to relax and recuperate from my last work, and so it's no slight on you. I just I came here for some rest, and I'd really like to rest. So I wish you all the luck, and I'm sure you'll find somebody who is both more interested and probably much larger than me to help you out.
Okay. When you say the word larger, it looks like he relaxes right away. And actually, I like that, so I'm not even going to make you roll for it. And he says to you, I apologize. I didn't really think about the fact that you're tiny. And of course, this is probably too much for you. That was my fault. And next time, I have a job. If it's more of your stature, I will offer it to you. Yeah, I will be about my way. And he actually leaves the paper on the table. It doesn't look like he does it on purpose either. It looks like it's possibly an accident. And he leaves.
I want to just subtly disappear into my cloak.
Okay, and he's gone.
Can I get the paper without anybody noticing, really?
Yep, nobody's paying attention to you at all.
Cool.
And so on it, not only do you see the words that you had noticed earlier, but you also see that there's a map just south of north of the town that shows where this ranch is.
Okay. So there's a bard there. That there's a reward for. What does the reward on the paper say?
So the reward on the paper says 150 gold.
Okay, that's a little different. So I wonder if that guy is going to try for this by himself, or go try and recruit other people. Whether we might want to warn that druid.
Oh, sorry, that was wrong person.
So I'd like to continue my way.
Did you mean to move forward? Because I moved forward over when the dragonborn stood up. Because I wanted to check to see if Wim was okay. I was going to go over and ask Wim if he was all right after that encounter. I was ready to step in as needed.
Sorry.
I want to continue wandering over to the stage,
Okay.
such as it is.
Sure. And on the stage there is another bard. This bard happens to be playing a lute and is doing quite a nice song. It's goes something I can't think of any songs, so I'm going to say. Sorry.
I brought my. So I had my lute out, but I will pull out a different instrument because I have a flute and a panpipe, but I am not going to play those right now because of COVID reasons. I will just ask him if it's okay to jam with him a little bit. Is he okay with me joining in?
Yeah, he says sure. He says come up on stage. In fact, I could actually use a break if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for a little bit.
Oh, sure. I didn't want to upstage him and take over, but if he's asking me to, I don't mind.
Oh, he says I'd be so grateful for it. I've been waiting for a time when I can go have my dinner, and I basically I get paid dinner lodging for playing. So this is very very kind of you.
Okay, I'll put my wide-brimmed hat out for any tips that people want to give, and kind of mentally note anyone who doesn't for involuntary tipping later. And yeah, I'll just play and let the other players have some time.
All right, what would the other players like to do?
Well, I guess I'd come over to the table earlier to see if Wim was okay, and seeing that he's sort of wandered off again, I'm sort of sitting at the table now because I'm still really hungry.
All right. Well, the server comes over to you and says, "Greetings, welcome to the Harlequin's Tankard. If you would like, we have the finest water on tap, and we also have some quail. Quail comes with a side of potatoes, and I have to say that the quail is pretty delicious here."
All right. I think I will get the quail.
And I wandered over when the whole thing was happening because of what the server said, so I'll order the quail too. Perhaps we would also order one for Wim for when they're done their performance.
Appreciate it.
All right. And she looks and she says, "Oh, is that your friend up there that just started playing on the stage?"
Yes, they're very highly regarded.
Okay. Well, their meal is free, so they don't have to worry about having any food tonight. We'll bring them their dinner. Is there anything? I shouldn't say anything. If you're both gonna have the quail, that'll be 2 silver pieces if you have it. Because we didn't have a lot of time to make your characters today, we're just gonna say that you do.
Okay, lovely. I'm like, I don't know how to check for that.
We're playing a one shot, so we're not gonna worry too much about the nitty gritty details.
No nickel and diming.
Yeah. It's, copper and silvering. All right. So do you hand her the required coin?
Yeah.
Okay. She kind of grumbles about not having a tip and walks away.
The night is early.
And she goes behind the counter to get your food.
I might just follow her and slip her a little tip and tell her thank you for that information earlier.
Okay, she brightens up again and says, "Oh, it's no problem at all. You seem like nice folk. The bard on the stage, particularly likable. So, happy to make sure that you don't get yourselves into any kind of trouble there."
Yeah, well, it's greatly appreciated, and then I go back to the table.
All right. Wim, did you leave the paper on the table?
No, I disappeared it into my cloak when nobody was looking.
All right. Then, yeah. So, the other thing she does too is I'm so embarrassed, and she runs back and busses the table, and then she leaves. Because it was pretty dirty from when the Dragonborn was eating.
Mm.
And you can hear people at the next table talking about, like over here, you can hear them talking about some druid that has started this ranch that they quite frankly feel is a little bit dangerous. And they say, she's rehabilitating things like basilisks and beholders. Like if these things ever got loose, they would totally destroy this town.
Rehabilitated basilisk isn't bad. Lets
And
everybody get stoned safely.
Wim up on stage. This person throws a few silver your way, this one here kind of grunts about it and decides to leave.
Okay. Did they leave anything
No.
behind?
No. And you can see as the evening is going on, the tavern is fewer people are staying around. So it looks like it's not as busy as the evening goes after sort of the dinner rush.
I'm sure they're going to tell their friends about the great music. They'll be back.
This one walks over, throws a few silver, and walks back.
Okay. At some point, I will turn it back over to the original performer and sit down to have my meal.
Sure. Okay. They look like they're ready to come back anytime.
Cool. And I'll give them one of the silvers as a thanks for sharing the stage.
He says, "Thank you very much." And the server comes back, says, "Oh, here's your quail." And then she
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, give her one of the silvers too.
She takes it. She seems very happy. She compliments your playing. Says, "Yeah, thank you very much for doing that. That was quite good."
My pleasure.
And the evening goes on, and it seems to be getting quite late.
So, just talking with Marigold and Borwin, what do we? I show them the paper. Like, so there's two ways we could play this. We could try and get the reward for ourselves and get it before that, the jerk we dealt with earlier, or we can warn the druid and help them, establish that they really are running a safe operation. What do you think? Should we try and find out more?
I think we should try to find out more from the piece of paper too, right? Like, is it like a wanted poster? Who's wanting to find this druid?
Sure. If you read the paper, it says, "Please see the mayor for reward and to deliver capture."
Ah.
Should we talk to this table before we talk to the mayor and see what they know?
It's pretty late as well, so it'd be kind of strange to go to the town hall this late.
Yeah, when you passed it earlier, it was already closed.
Which was the table that you overheard talking about?
I think it's this one.
Yeah, that's the one.
The one, yeah.
Should we send Wim, because he's the most likable? Use your charm.
I can do that. Plus, it gives me a chance to case the place.
That's the spirit. All right. So what is it exactly you're going to do?
So does this inn have rooms for rent too?
Yes.
Okay, so we could stay here and then in the morning go to the town hall.
Yeah.
Cool. So that sounds like a plan. Do they have baths?
Yes, that will be extra. If you want the room with the bath, the bath is an extra 7 copper.
Does it come with hot water?
That would be an extra 10 copper. So 17 copper on top.
I'll go for it. I'll splurge.
Okay. And if you want soap, an extra 3, which would mean 20 copper.
Soap? What? No, just hot water.
Okay. And is there rooms for everybody then? Is that you would like, or you can always sleep in the street or in the park,
Are we?
out in the woods.
I don't mind sharing. Doesn't bother me.
I'm a small gnome. I can curl up in the corner.
I might sleep in the woods and see if I can talk to any of the animals and see what's going on with the ranch. Maybe they know.
Sure.
An awesome plan.
Okay, so basically what happens, so the two gnomes go to sleep for the night, and so for as far as you two know, good night's sleep. It's a really nice inn, very relaxing. The ranger, you find a nice treat area just outside of the town. There actually is a stream coming into the town, which seems to be their source of drinking water. So it's quite nice for you actually being outside. You do find a few deer who seem to be around, and they don't run from you immediately. If you want to do an animal handling check, we can see if you are able to communicate with them.
Got a 13.
Perfect. So basically what they tell you is that they've seen this ranch, and this particular druid actually seems to be a friend of the forest, as the deer call her. And they really actually appreciate the fact that she is very protective of them, and their kind hasn't been hunted for quite a while since she took over. She has been rehabilitating monsters that previously the deer say they would have ran from, but they've been able to go there to get taken care of, to get food, and to have conversations with these creatures that she's been caring for. And they say, as far as they're concerned, she's a real welcome to their environment, and they're very concerned that the dwarves are getting ready to try to take her out.
Interesting. All right, after I've talked to them, I sleep, and I guess we meet up again in the morning?
Yeah. So the next morning, we will go back to the first map of the town because you were outside. And so you are outside of the town, or pardon me, outside town. You are outside of the inn. You have had a good night's sleep. You have all met up. And
All right.
you are...
Quick huddle before we go talk to the mayor.
Sure. And you're down
So-
over here, just outside of the...
So my goal with this is to just find out more information. The mayor is the sponsor of the reward, right?
That is correct.
So I guess I want to find out a little history, like what has been, has there been a history of problems here, or is he just foreshadowing?
Sure. If you want to go to the mayor, we're going to do that theater of the mind. We're not going to change
Sure.
that every time we do something. So you go to see the mayor. You're allowed in. It's a pretty public place. There are guards around, but they don't seem too concerned about you.
I don't look particularly threatening.
And the mayor sees you coming. He's a little bit taller than most dwarves. Actually has a short trimmed beard, not the typical long scraggly beard that most dwarves like to have. And when he sees you coming up, he sees that he doesn't recognize you at first, and he says, travelers, what can we do for you? Thank you for coming to our fine town.
Well, you're welcome, and we're happy to be here. I had a question about this poster.
He kind of nods and he says, I'm very glad to have you captured her. Is that why you've come? You come for the reward?
No. Well, we just heard about this, and we're just curious because, in my travels, I haven't ever had a problem with druids. So I was just wondering, is there some particular reason why you have issued a reward for this druid?
He looks a little bit confused and he says, she's been rehabilitating monsters.
Right. That sounds like rehabilitating sounds like a good thing. I'm not understanding why there's a problem.
Because monsters can't be rehabilitated. She is mistaken in what she's trying to do, and we are very concerned that these monsters are going to be unleashed upon us, and so we want to take them out first.
I see. Okay. So there hasn't been a problem yet. They're just preemptively.
We are being proactive, yes.
I see. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for your time, and you have a lovely town here.
Well, thank you very much. Be sure to visit Bloodbath and Beyond. It's the finest armory in these parts.
Do they have musical instruments?
Oh, you would want the general store with music. Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Well, again, thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Okay, and you're all together. The day seems fresh. It's nice sunny morning. Good day for travel or for relaxation, whatever you choose to do.
Okay, so team huddle. Um, what do you two feel about this?
I think it could be possibly a little dangerous with all the monsters, but it might Blood Bath and Beyond, and then maybe go check out the location on the map.
Okay, so you want to arm up and go to the ranch. Marigold, what about you? What are your
I
feelings
think
on
we
this?
should also check out the ranch. From the deer, I learned that it seems to be a good operation, but I would want to double check that this druid is taking all safety precautions before saying exactly what I want to do. So maybe we should get some weapons and then head over.
Okay, I'm not a weapons person, so I'll leave that to you two. But I think we should definitely see the ranch and hopefully talk with the druid before we decide. I don't feel like these dwarves are really on the up and up, and that dragonborn certainly wasn't. So right now I'm kind of on team druid here. Gotta say.
I'm super impressed that you got information from the deer.
That's also pretty cool.
Rangers!
The deer whisperer.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys do your shopping, and I'll just wander around a little bit, play a few chords.
All right. So you like to visit the shop? Is that what I'm getting?
I
Yes.
definitely want to go visit the shop. I didn't spend money on a bath, so that I can maybe get something to defend against.
This is where our characters differ.
All right. So yeah, you can go to Bloodbath and Beyond. When you walk in, it's actually a very tall elf who is in charge, and when they see you come in, they wave and they say, "Greetings, my friends. Thank you for coming to my establishment. As you can see, I have nothing but the finest wares. Most of it is made for dwarves, but I do have stuff that is good for elves like myself, or even for something as tiny as a gnome, like the one you were traveling with. Well, what can I do for you?"
Thank you. That's very kind. I wave as I look all the way up at the shopkeep, and I inquire if he's got anything that would be useful against the basilisk.
He kind of looks at you and shakes his head and says, "A basilisk. My advice to you is just let it be. Don't look at it. If you have to, use a mirror. I've never met anybody who has seen a basilisk and survived to tell the tale."
I was worried about that.
Would you recommend anything for a beholder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they kind of laugh at this point and say, "Wow, you are really going for a high bar here. I could offer, a good pair of shoes for running. That's, anything else? I mean, if you're gonna fight some skeletons, I've got some good swords and a shield. If you're gonna fight a goblin, I could interest you in an axe."
So I'm curious because the dwarves seem to be very concerned about the ranch. Apparently, there's basilisks and beholders up there, and you're not carrying anything really to defend against them. Are you not as concerned, or you just there's nothing that can help? Maybe.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't share the same opinion as the dwarves here. I don't voice that because I don't want to lose business. You know, I do have to make a living. They take out some charcoal drawings of little ones, and they say to you, you know, these are my kids, and I've got to feed them. So I don't particularly, want to anger anybody, but since you're not from around here, you know, I feel like I can be honest with you. I've been here for years, and so Chrysantra has been here for quite a long time now, and she's never, she's come into town for supplies, and she's never been anything but kind and nice. I really think there's some overreaction going on. But
Well, we
that's
appreciate.
between you and I. And as they're saying that, a dwarf does come in and says, a win. And immediately they say, but of course, druids are terrible people, and they should be taken out. Oh, Edgar. Hello, Edgar. How are you today?
All right.
Alright. I might just slip a couple coppers across the counter as a thank you and then walk out.
Okay. They take the copper and put it in their pocket.
Nice. Let's go find Wim.
Yep. I am easily found. You can just listen for me.
Following the lute music.
All right.
This just a quick library plug. This ukulele that I'm playing as a faux lute is going to be part of our ukulele lending program, which starts on February 2nd and will be, which is, I think, National Ukulele Playing Day, something like that. And so you'll be able to come into the library and borrow ukuleles.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Commercial over.
Yes.
Makes a passable lute in a pinch.
All right. And what would you like to do?
I guess we can share our information with Wim from the wonderful shopkeep that was inside.
I mean, this seems to confirm my feelings that it's the druid who's, in the right here, and that people are just organizing against them.
Mm-hmm.
And
It does seem to be that way.
maybe not even for the reasons we've been given. They might be trying to just loot.
I'm starting to seriously doubt that there's any basilisks or beholders on this ranch.
Yeah. So
Oh,
so we'll.
thank you.
So I feel like maybe it'll be a little bit safer than I originally thought to head over to the ranch. So I'm more curious now.
Okay. Sounds good. I mean, if there are basilisks, what's the worst that can happen? We all get stoned. All right. So should we head to the ranch?
All right, you can head to the ranch.
Do we need any supplies from the general store? Good to head out.
How far is the ranch on the map that's on the poster?
It's not far. It's maybe a couple hours walking.
Yeah, so we're not camping in the wilderness for days or anything.
No.
I think we're all right. If you guys need any equipment, that's fine. But we just got back from an adventure.
I guess I'm fairly well rested. I wouldn't mind getting some snacks for the road, just at the general store.
Sure.
Where's the general store again?
The top one there. Oops. The general store was this one. Hold on. Now I'm getting mixed up. This one here was Blood Bath and Beyond.
Yep.
This one here is your general store.
Okay.
Okay. I thought down here was the Blood Bath and Beyond, and this was the Tavern. The Harlequins.
It seems to have changed.
It varies.
Okay.
It varies depending upon my memory because I didn't label it.
It's so mysterious. Okay, anyways, let's head to the general store because I want some snacks for the road. A few hours is a long time
some
for
road snacks.
little rock gnome legs. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. All right. You enter, and there's a dwarf behind the counter, and she looks at you and she says, "What can I do for you, good travelers?"
Mm-hmm. I'm about to set off on, like a short hike. I was wondering if I could get some snacks, maybe some trail mix.
Oh well, we do have some rations. We do have some good trail mix. It's made in house actually. I can give you £2 for 5 silver if that is something that interests you.
£2 for how many silvers?
For 5 silver.
5 silver. I don't think I have that much. Could you sell me the £2 for 4 silver?
Every time. Yeah, I can. I'll do it for 4. That's fine. Did I mention it's in house? It's like we make it here.
Mm-hmm. It sounds delicious. Thank you.
Right.
Do they have musical instruments here?
They do actually. Yes, they have kind of your typical. There's some lutes, some flutes, some. There's a banjo. Some triangles. Anything particular you're looking for?
Not really. I'm just kind of just kind of window shopping. But if there was ever anything kind of exceptional, I would be interested.
Musician, are you?
Yes.
I might have something that interests you, just
okay.
in case. She kind of looks around and says, "I've come across what I like to call a magic ring. And this magic ring, when you put it on, amplifies your voice, so it can be heard farther. Perhaps this is something that would interest you."
That could be potentially interesting.
Although I also should tell you that it only works when underground.
Yeah, that's a limiting factor for a bard, since we mostly perform in taverns and things.
Right.
But I will keep it in mind.
Okay.
And how much is this magic ring?
It would be 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Sure. Yes.
50 gold. That's an expensive magic ring.
Yeah, I think it's an expensive brass ring that they're calling magic, but all right. Is there anything else that looks particularly interesting in this shop?
It has your typical things. There's rope. There's backpacks, bedrolls. Some pretty nice shoes, cloaks.
This is a town mostly of dwarves, right?
Yes. So most of it is made for dwarves. So
Are
too
any-
big for a gnome, too small for an elf.
Is anything like particularly cleverly made, like a collapsing grappling hook or something? Or is it all just fairly basic equipment?
Yeah. Do you want to ask? You don't see it out, but you could ask.
No, I'm just looking.
Sure. Yeah. You don't see anything that looks like that.
Okay. Very well then. Shall we?
All right. So to the ranch.
Let's do some hiking. It's a beautiful day.
I have trail mix to share. Let's head off.
I have music to share, so we're all good.
All right. I'm going to change the map again. And here we are. So you are actually at the bottom of the map, right down here. I may have to give you access to your characters once again. Well, Marigold can always use their characters.
Typical of an elf.
Whim should be able
Hi,
to.
dexterity.
You all should be able to in a perfect world.
Scroll down to see my character.
And let me know if you can.
Yes. Yes, it just takes me a little longer because my legs are short.
Do I need to refresh?
Possibly. You're right down here.
I will refresh it and see. Okay, I can move around.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so what you see is it actually looks like there are monsters around. Most of them are inside of this fenced area over here. There is a very tall elf right here with long flowing white hair and a robe who is cursing very loudly and kind of stomping around. It looks as though somebody had possibly come and parts of the fence are busted and broken. There are tracks everywhere. And she seems to be frantically trying to fix things. When you are approaching, this creature that looks kind of like a tall fish immediately runs over and stands between you and the elf. And she turns, and when she sees you coming in, she says, "Who are you, and why are you coming here?"
All right. Oh, that's the fish. Okay.
Yep.
And she speaks. They speak common.
Yeah, she's speaking common.
Okay. We're just here because there's a lot of information going on in town about something dangerous going on out here, and we actually wanted to see for ourselves because it seemed unlikely.
She says, the only thing dangerous happening here is the Dragonborn that came in the night, wrecked my fence, set one of my pets free, and harmed several of them before I was woken up and was able to come out here and chase them off.
Yes.
She says, are you here with that Dragonborn, or...
Absolutely not.
She seems
in fact, it sounds like somebody we've encountered before, and it was not a good situation. So my condolences.
She relaxes a little and puts her hand on the fish's back and says, it says something that you can't hear, and he moves away. He goes back to what he was doing.
Is there anything we can do to help?
She says, well, unless you want to go and get my beholder for me, there's really not much that I think you could do. And I apologize if I seem angry. I'm not angry at you. I am angry at this Dragonborn for his ignorance and not understanding that any creature with enough care and love can be changed.
So I understand that you're working with these creatures to help them not attack people, I guess, but I am a little cautious about going after a beholder, personally.
She said, do you know the beholder, Gorth? We will call the beholder by their name. Gorth is a gem of a creature. I don't know if you know the history of beholders, but this particular beholder, which is a spectator, was captured over 100 years ago from its own plane of existence, taken from its family, brought over here and forced to guard a nearby stronghold that now is decrepit and not even in use. And after 100 years, when its time was finished, the dwarf that had brought it over had already passed away, and this beholder had no way of getting home, no way of getting back, slowly driven mad and crazy, and it wandered the countryside, not knowing anything about it. And so we just got a comment, D&D at work, I chose the wrong profession. Yes.
Yes, you did.
Libraries are awesome. We actually, and if you're ever in Richmond, we do actually play Dungeons and Dragons. Hopefully, we will be again. Not hopefully, we will be again the coming February. We do have D&D games playing at the library. So she says. So this particular, Gorth came to me as a mad and angry creature, not knowing itself, and I worked with Gorth. And it knows that it's never going to be able to go home again, but it's come to terms and considers all of us here family. So, with coming out, it's probably lost, confused, and my guess is that it's gone back to the Stronghold, where it thinks it still has to protect. And if you go in and talk to the Beholder, you can coax Gorth back into coming with you to me.
Okay, but Gorth doesn't know us. Like it may be peaceful with you and not necessarily with strangers.
What I could offer you is rings of Beholder protection. And these rings, while not 100% protection, will offer you, enough that any attack that Gorth may make on you before it realizes you're there to help may actually keep you safe.
Okay, and are these rings something that Gorth would recognize and know come from you? I mean, having a token that we're working with you might be the best protection.
She nods and she says, "I see you're quite a smart little gnome. What I could give you actually is Gorth's blanket that Gorth sleeps in. And if you have that, the scent of the blanket of here might be enough to trigger his memory to bring it back."
Okay, that sounds helpful. Marigold, do you mind carrying that? It's a little big for
Yeah, of course.
Vorwin or I.
I put it into my pack.
All right, and I think with that and the rings you mentioned, then if you can give us directions to the Stronghold. I also show her the paper from the town. This is what brought that Dragonborn over here, and they are actively recruiting. So we came here to warn you, and because what you're doing here doesn't seem to warrant that sort of thing.
She thanks you for that and says, "I have a lot of work to do to convince these dwarves that these creatures are not here to harm them. It's a part of my penance for the life that I lived up until now. And I understand. What I would say to you is, don't hold it against the dwarves. They just don't know better. It's my job to help them to understand."
Okay. And if there's anything we can do to help with that, let us know. So, did she give us directions to the Stronghold?
She tells you the Stronghold is due north into the mountains, and when you look north, you can see these mountains that rise up in not a far distance. It would be another couple hours walk, but you could definitely make it. It's early morning. She does offer you some food if you would like to have a meal.
I'm sure Vorwin does it.
Orwin's always hungry. That doesn't sound as food. I need energy for this mountain climbing that we're doing. Can we also ask her, as we enjoy some of the food that she has offered, which way the Dragonborn might have been chased off in the direction of?
She laughs and she says, "I can guarantee you that the Dragonborn is not going to come back."
Bust his kneecaps?
She says, let me just say that I'm going to have more penance to pay.
Fair enough. All right. So yeah, we'll have a quick bite and be on our way.
All right. So you do. You have a quick bite, and then you go.
So as we walk, I'll mention that when my ears perked up at the sound of a stronghold protected for centuries by a beholder that is now run down and nobody's in, because that sounds like there might be a little bit of coin in it for us.
Most likely.
And as long as the beholder really doesn't attack us, then it should be easy pickings. And if the beholder does, well, we won't have any worries after that.
Okay, you wind up crawling up the mountain. It's hilly. It's a bit of a trek, but you're able to do it. And you get to what looks like an old. It looks like it's an old hole that was probably put there to capture rainwater at one point, and it seems to be now the only way into the stronghold. It's pitch black inside. You can't tell how deep it is, but it does look. You can see at least 20 feet before it turns pitch black.
Cisterns don't typically have teeth like that.
They don't.
Yeah. Mostly it was done that way just for aesthetics.
What time is it?
Right now,
how much light do we have?
It's pretty. You left pretty early, so it's just afternoon.
So we could spare a little bit of time for me to cast a ritual.
For sure.
Okay, so I get my drum out and use it for casting Detect Magic as a ritual, so I don't burn a spell slot.
Okay.
I want to see if this entranceway is magical.
Okay. You don't detect anything.
Okay, nothing in the area.
No.
Except the rings that we've got.
Yeah.
They do detect as magic?
So you detect yourselves.
Okay, I also wanted to make sure that the rings were actually something and not just like, here. They work because you believe.
I also have this feather for you.
Ever since those the seeds that woman traded me for. Okay.
I was really hoping it would be some sort of magical elevator tunnel.
Yeah. I think I have some rope.
Yeah, you should all have some rope with your beginner packs.
Oh, I guess I'm glad for the aesthetic teeth now, as I eye one of the teeth, because maybe we can tie our rope.
Yeah, I took the entertainer's pack, so it does not actually have rope. I have 3 disguises. Or costumes, I guess. 3 costumes, but yeah, no rope. You can see where my priorities are.
Costumes anyways, and then will the rope that I have be long enough to get to the bottom? Can we just use and share one rope?
You would have to attach the rope to something, throw it down, climb down, and find out, because right now it's too dark to see into the well.
So we can tie the rope to one of these teeth. They look pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They're not going to move. And then one of us can shimmy down with a lantern, or does anybody have a lantern?
I have a torch.
I mean, I have dark vision, but actually, we all have dark vision, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of us could shimmy down and have a look before all of us head down, I guess. Not that I'm volunteering. So what was that?
I said that's a wise idea.
Okay.
And then one of you has to volunteer.
Right. Perhaps
None of us seem like we want to volunteer. Yeah. How should we decide who goes down?
I have high dexterity. Would that be helpful?
That helps.
And another rope.
Okay, that helps with the rope, not necessarily with the what if it's not empty down there.
The Bat Dan suggests that we roll for it to decide who goes first.
Sure.
What would we roll on?
You could all roll a d20 and then see who rolls highest, and then that could decide it.
Okay.
Where would we find that on D&D Beyond?
So on D&D Beyond, on the left-hand side on the bottom, you'll see what looks like dice.
Oh, okay. I see it. I like the sound that it makes when you roll.
The Batman says, rolling for whoever is the sacrificial lamb. I mean, first goes down. Totally safe.
Oh.
I got a 7.
Oh,
Oh.
7. What'd you get, Andrew?
I got a 6.
Oh.
So far, the rock gnome is in the lead.
Oh,
got
we're
a
rolling
six.
for highest?
Are we rolling for highest or lowest? I guess we didn't decide that.
Oh no!
I always think
Usually-
You roll
usually-
again?
Usually high means good.
Yeah.
In
Low is
D&D.
bad.
Decide. Should we roll again?
Okay,
I
roll
did get a
again.
six.
Whoever rolls the highest goes.
Ah.
It's interesting because I can see Marigold's rolls, but I can't see.
I saw 4 wins.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Down. Thank you. All right, we should be back up. So it should be good. Hopefully. All right, we should be back up. So it should be good. All right. Hopefully.
Hooray!
Yay, we're still here.
All right.
Okay. Everybody is still there. All right. All right. So the no barbarian has won the sacrificial. All right.
Hooray.
So the no barbarian has won the
Let's go.
sacrificial lamb roll. And what would you like to? So okay, tell me what you do exactly.
Yeah, so I'm ready. I put away my
what would you like
snacks.
to- So okay,
I feel
tell
like
me what
it's
you do
fair.
exactly.
I rolled this. This is what we are doing. So I tie the rope around one of the sturdiest looking teeth.
All right,
Give it a good yank.
we should be back up. So
I
it
guess
should
can
be
I ask
should be good.
Marigold if I can
Hopefully,
take your rope with me as I
Hopefully
go
everyone-
down,
yeah.
just in case I need more
It's still
rope,
there.
and then
All
maybe I
right.
can attach the two together
Aha!
and then keep
Yay,
going.
we're still here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to attach the two together
All
now
right,
while
so,
you're at the top and not while you're hanging from a rope?
Huh.
The no barbarian has won the sacrificial lamb roll.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Is it when you do you have Twitch open somewhere?
No. I have no idea why it's doing this. This is really weird. Nothing is open. And what would you like to? So okay, tell me what you do exactly. This is what is happening? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stop the stream for a second and see if I can reset this because this is really strange. Oh wait, actually maybe I don't have to. It seems to have Peter
Resolve
itself.
whatever it was doing. Okay, Jarek Sue is here as well.
Cool.
All right.
Hello.
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 Okay, so sorry.
We're just about to call down a dark tunnel well thing.
Yeah, and I couldn't hear what you were saying you were going to do, so if you could tell me again.
Okay, sure. Okay, so I think we had decided that I was going to put away my snacks and then tie the rope around one of the teeth and head down. I was going to ask Marigold for her rope, and then Wim has just stopped me and asked if I want to tie the two ropes together first before heading down.
And do you?
Yes, that sounds like a wise idea, as I've said to Wim several times during our journey.
You don't have to if you don't want to. You could always just use the one rope.
I think it is a good suggested option.
Okay. All right. So what are you going to tie the rope to?
One of the teeth
Okay.
at the
And-
top.
Okay.
And I'll be a spotter to make sure that the rope is staying put and not slipping off or anything.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So you'll be the spotter. The barbarian is going to go down, and what I'm going to have you do is you're going to roll a either athletics or you can do acrobatics. If you want to tell me how, if you want to do it acrobatically, you have to tell me how you're doing it acrobatically. Otherwise, it will be an athletics check of just climbing down. And
Parkour.
Yeah, if you want to parkour it down, you can do acrobatics. So generally, what you'd want to do is see which one is higher. And then that's what you would want to choose. But like I said, it'll have to be a little bit of role playing if you're going to do acrobatics.
I am a rock gnome barbarian. I am not doing acrobatics while climbing down a dark, scary tunnel.
All right.
I'm full of
Fucking
trailmen.
gnome.
I'm going to just use my strength and just go straight down. So I will roll on athletics, right?
Okay.
Okay. Plus I have plus 6
sorry.
to that.
I was just reading the stream chat. Okay, so sorry. Did you roll for your acrobatics or your athletics? I mean.
Athletics. I'm gonna go on athletics, which I have plus 6.
Yeah. So click on the plus 6. It'll roll everything for you, and it'll even add the bonus to it.
Yes, it's in the chat of D&D Beyond, which is super helpful. It does the math. 17 is what I rolled, plus 6 gives me a 23.
Yes, you definitely succeed. So you were able to climb down, and what you see is, and actually I'll switch maps so that I can show you what you see.
What is down there?
So what you see when you get down there is, and I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So that
Wim, how did you get down here?
Oh, hey, wait a second. The only people that are down here is you. I had this ready to go. So actually ignore the fact that there are people down here.
Okay.
And actually what I can do to make it so that this is why I miss playing in person. Okay, so Vorwin is down there. Wim is not. And there's Vorwin. Oh, I think I have you down there twice, Vorwin. I do actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there.
Oh,
you're there only once now because you're now.
I'm all alone.
Okay, so you get down to the bottom. And you see a well of water, and it looks like it was probably used to capture the rainwater that came down. And it is still full. It doesn't look very nice. It's it's kind of murky. And beside you looks like there are 2 dead giant dogs, but they look almost like they are like almost a goblin face. So they look like they have a very warped dog body, but a goblin type face rather than a snout of a dog.
And they're both dead?
They're both dead, yes.
Oh.
How are things looking down there?
Yeah. I call up and give the rope a little yank and ask my comrades to come join me.
And there's actually quite a bit of rope left over because you doubled it to 100 feet. So it looks like it was probably about 75 feet.
Ah, okay.
So it was a good call. All right, so you can tell me what you do.
Sort of inspect the dogs as they climb down, as Marigold and Wim climb down the rope.
What do we have to roll to go down the rope?
Sure. You will do a athletics check, or you can do an acrobatics check if you do it acrobatically.
Okay.
Sounds like an elfie possibility.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I would do it acrobatically.
I'm -1 at athletics and +4 at acrobatics, so guess what?
Oh!
I am doing a performance. It's kind of like a pole dance, but on a rope. I'm just like swinging around and around, spinning down, hanging onto it by my legs, and playing my lute.
What are those things that they use in like Cirque du Soleil, where it's the, it's like the cloths, and they do kind of the...
Oh, like the fabric ribbon thing?
Yeah, you can do that with a rope.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of how I'm imagining you going down.
Yeah.
Okay, so do an acrobatics check then, and you need to get at least a 14.
I got a 15, and +4 is 19.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
I did it with style and grace.
Yes. And you land. Let me put you back on the map. You land. Oops.
With a flourish.
Playing the lute.
I applaud
the entire way
from below.
down.
Absolutely.
Nice.
All right, Marigold, you're the only one left up on top. You're feeling a little bit
Yeah. So I'm gonna do an acrobatics check. I don't know if anyone has seen The Greatest Showman, but there's a scene with the acrobat. She like wraps the rope around her waist and then does like a corkscrew all the way down. So that's what I'm gonna do.
That was awesome.
All right.
All right.
So let's see what you roll.
Oh God, I got a 6.
Okay, so you're feeling
I'm rolling
pretty
a little too
confident.
fast.
You're feeling pretty confident seeing seeing the other two go down, and watching Wim, go down with with this style. You're thinking, I can do that. And unfortunately, halfway through, you wind up slipping on the rope, and you fall, and you do get hurt.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately. Because we're only first level, I'm not going to have you do actual full what the damage would have been, but I am going to have you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Can I do a medicine check to try and patch her up a little bit?
You would have to have medicine to do that. So if you have a healing kit, you can. But yeah,
I don't think I have that.
no, nobody bought a healing kit while at the general store.
No,
Well,
I
we
didn't think
weren't
about
planning
that. I
on-
was only thinking of snacks.
I wasn't planning on anybody getting hurt.
No, nobody would. Why would anybody get hurt in a dungeon? Nobody was expecting to go to the dungeon though. All right, and you are. There you are. You are also down there, so you should be able to all control your characters. And, Marigold, you probably won't be able to adjust.
Now, who can I transfer to call for you guys? Okay. What's your extension?
Wait a minute, what you said transfer to what again?
About
And
a
as everybody can hear, we are a working library, and
6479.
people are needing our department apparently. All right, so
Yeah,
okay,
they're
Marigold,
asking
you should be
questions about
able
3D printing.
to move your character now. Okay. So as I said, down here in this particular room, it's it doesn't smell very good. It does have some fresh air coming from above, but the murky water has a scent of algae coming up. There are 2 doors that look like they're pretty solid, even though they do have cobwebs on them, and one is right here, and then the other one is right here. And you
Wim
also
also can't,
see,
or Wim also can't move.
I can't move as well. But I'm okay with that. We can just talk our way through it. It's a very small room.
Yeah.
What did you say? Theater of imagination.
theater of the mind. There you go. Okay,
Of the
Wim,
mind,
Wim
okay.
should be able to move, and
Yes, it's a miracle.
Yay!
I can feel my legs.
I can't. The climb down was just too strenuous.
yeah, actually, the reason why you can't is because you seem to be on the map layer, because I clicked the wrong button there.
I am part of the map.
You are part of the map.
I have ascended.
Forwin.
Do I recognize what these creatures are?
You've never seen a creature like this before.
Never heard of them in songs at Bard School.
No, it looks like it's something very grotesque that you have never seen or heard of.
Okay, I'll have to write a song about them then.
No, I see some of it.
So now you
Bring
should
that
all
back
be
to
able
Bard
to move.
School. Yeah.
So basically, your options are climb up the rope, go into the pool, or through the north or south door.
So the pool is the blue spot there? I thought that's where we came down.
The pool is the blue spot, and you came down just
Okay.
beside it.
Does the pool look
Sorry, I'm
like fresh, healthy water?
I thought it smelled like
brackish?
algae.
It smells like algae, and it's very murky.
Okay. I wonder. We don't have a pole or anything. Yeah. Okay. Leave it be. Is the north door unlocked?
You can test it and find out.
Yeah. I will test it and find out.
Okay, I'm
I
going to
didn't
have
even
you
think
do
about
a
testing
dexterity
before.
saving throw, and
Okay.
you need to roll a 12 to succeed. Saving throws
Okey-doke.
are top left-hand side of on the D&D Beyond sheet.
Yeah. Okay.
Where is that? Top
I guess we could try to
Top
see.
left-hand
Left?
side. Yeah, I don't actually have the sheet. in
What does
front
it
of
look
me.
like? What's it called?
Because I see that you
I think it's where it says Dexterity +2 or
Uh,
Dexterity plus whatever. No, that didn't roll. That opened up a side. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, oh no. Okay. I thought
I
it was a
rolled, but I
1.
didn't mean to. I just wanted to see what it was.
I thought it was a 1, but it was a 7. So and +2 is 9. So I did not
Okay.
get 12.
all right. Well,
But I did not get 1 either. So
Okay.
Can I give it a try?
I tried the door.
Yeah, he tried the door. So there's a reason why he's saving throw. You don't really want to do saving throws.
Oh, I see.
However, what winds up happening is as you're trying the door to see if it's locked, a needle shoots out of the handle
Oh.
and injures
Oh, no.
you for 1 hit point of damage.
How rude. Is it poisoned? I guess not anymore.
You will find out, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't feel any kind of illness or sickness.
Okay.
It just hurt. It's done.
Oh, no.
1 point of damage.
No. Because this should be.
Can I try to bust down the door? That just hurt my friend.
Well, this is the thing: is that the door wasn't locked; it was just trapped.
Yeah. Seems like it's fine.
Oh, well, I don't know that. I'm
You can
just
bust
busting
open the
down
unlocked door.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm upset. I'm not even bothering to check if it's unlocked or not.
You would not be the
Busting down
first
doors.
barbarian to bust through an unlocked door.
And if you want to bust through the door, you can do a strength check, and you can see if
Okay.
you do. So basically, roll athletics.
Athletics,
Pardon,
yes?
athletic.
Okay.
Athletics.
No. Okay, here I am rolling. I got an 18 plus the 6. The math that it's done is
Ooh,
24.
24. Okay. Not only are you able to bust through the door, but you literally smash it into tiny, tiny little pieces.
Yeah, take
And-
that
So
door.
very
Pin in it. Mess with me and see what happens.
I've avenged Whim.
You have definitely avenged Whim. That door did not know what was coming to it at all. So what
And
you
it never will.
So what you find here is
I kick the fragments of the door as I go through.
so you find a hallway outside. There. That goes left and right. And the door is now open. And I'm just going to put a check mark on the door that says, so that we remember that.
That I have
that it-
achieved
that it-
victory
yeah,
over
that-
the door.
Otherwise, kind of like where I forgot where the inn was, I might wind up being like, the door's moving now. And then the Twitchverse will be saying, this is the worst DM ever.
I just rolled randomly and it came up for the right door. Or the right passage. To go right. Instead of left.
Alright. Would you like to go left or right?
Well,
You go right?
I go right.
Alright. Get it?
Chaos has spoken.
Okay, so when you go right, what you find here is another door.
All right.
Ah.
I look at this door.
And they learn.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
briefly. I try not to make the same mistake twice in a row.
Yeah.
So what would I be rolling here? That would be, is that perception or investigation?
Oh, if you want to
or-
check the door, it's if you want to check for traps, it's sleight of hand.
Oh,
So
okay.
under skills.
Yeah. I have proficiency at that.
Okay.
13.
13. So you find no traps.
All right. I will open the door.
All right. So opening the door, you find another room,
Ooh.
and inside of this room, at the far corner, is a chest.
Instant song.
I reach for the chest and then stop.
Well, as you reach for the chest, you discover that the chest is not really a chest, and it suddenly opens up with these teeth inside of it.
No.
And
It was a mime trapped in an invisible chest. It's a mimic.
It's a it's a mimic, and it is now.
Do we have to roll initiative?
All right, we're gonna roll initiative. However, because you went to reach for it and it attacked you, it is actually going to
I did pause at the last minute.
It does try to bite you.
Oh, that's so rude.
So we're all rolling initiative?
You're pretty lucky. So unless your armor class is 7, it missed.
No.
Okay.
I don't know how you would have a 7 armor class.
Yeah. It missed. So, yeah, we're now going to roll for initiative.
Can you see my rules as the DM
I can now, yeah.
in D&D Beyond? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you see mine or should I?
No, I
I
opened
still
up
don't see.
D&D Beyond so that I could see
Yeah.
it.
I could see Marigold's rolls, but I could never see Wim's rolls.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
I don't know.
I rolled a 14. 11 plus 3.
Okay. So 4 win is 14.
Marigold rolled a custom. Aren't we rolling initiative?
Oh,
Do you
wait.
have plus something to initiative?
Yep. So there's.
Am I not seeing initiative?
Yeah, it's sort of in the middle of the D&D Beyond sheet.
Proficiency, walking, initiatives in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, yes.
Yeah, I want all those extra points.
Got 19.
Nice! That's a way better roll.
And when did you roll?
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh, you know what? I don't see yours either. That's really strange.
Yeah.
Weird.
If we were playing this weekly, we would have to figure that out, but we don't have
Yeah.
to now.
Yeah. I've looked a couple times. I mean, we're all in the same. We're all active characters in D&D Beyond, so
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know
all.
what
you're
else
all
I
in
have to
the-
do.
Yeah, you're all in there, so I don't really understand either. That's all right. It's not the worst thing that could be happening. All right, so by initiative, it will be Marigold, Vorwin, Wim, and the Mimic. So Marigold, you hear this commotion going on, and you can make an attack.
All right. I'm a little bit farther back because I was a little bit nervous after falling in my super cool corkscrew. So I pull out my bow and try to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. You can you can attack. You can roll.
Okay. Which one's that?
If you go to your weapons, do you know how
Okay.
to do that?
That's in my inventory, right?
Correct. Yeah. Under actions. So here.
Oh, okay. Yes, I see it.
You found it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so you go to your actions. Right now, all you have is your unearned strike open. So what I'm going to do for you is in inventory we are going to. You're using your longbow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to arm that for you,
Okay.
so that you can use it. And then now if I go to actions, okay. So now under your actions, you should see longbow.
Yep.
Okay, so if you click where it says hit +5, that will that will do the attack.
All right. So I got 14.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm just bringing up your rolls again so I can see. All right. Okay, so you got 14, and the mimic is. So you hit. So now you can roll for damage.
Okay. You got 10.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so it seems to be a pretty good strike. It's recoiled. It looks like it kind of whimpers a little bit. It looks very sad. It's a very sad mimic. It's like showing you pictures of its charcoal children.
Oh no.
Charcoal charcoal pictures of his children, not charcoal children.
Not how we find them.
Okay, so next will be Marigold. You can still move if you want. You have a use all your movement. Or you can stay where you are.
I think I might. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay, then it will be Vorwin's turn.
Oh, I feel bad because it's like whimpering, but we need to get past that door. So
It attacked me first.
it did, but it is whimpering.
Pretend it's the door from earlier.
The barbarian that took out.
I guess I will attack it. I don't know how to do that though.
Okay, so on your D&D Beyond sheet.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna
Looking
go
at
into your
that.
character sheet.
Go to actions.
Action.
Yeah. Do you see the grid at the bottom?
The grid.
There's a little red button with like.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Okay,
you
I
click
see that.
on that and then click on actions,
Okay.
then you should see your weapons.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
even click on all too, and it'll come up. You'll see Great Axe, and there's a
Yes.
+6.
Uh-huh.
Click that. And
So I
that
click
will
on
work.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. I got 10.
Okay.
Plus, I guess.
It should add up all of your bonuses.
Okay. I don't have that. How do I open that thing again from the side? Yeah, Great Axe to hit. 10 plus 6 is 16.
Okay. Okay, so you got 16, and then you can roll the damage because you hit.
Okay.
And then damage is the box beside it that says damage.
I didn't roll very well for that damage part. I rolled a 2 plus 4. I got 6.
Okay. It's still alive, and it's it's ready for you.
All right. My turn.
Yeah.
So I disengage and back off. And
Do I get to move, or was I done?
Oh, you get to
sorry.
move.
Yeah, you can move. You still have movement if you want to move out of the way or something.
Okay. I want to stand like way closer to this.
Okay. Oh, if you hit with
As
the
a
axe,
tank.
you would have had to have walked beside it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah.
So I'll
so you
stay
would have
there
to
then.
be at least there. Yeah.
Okay.
I disengage and move back. Do I have to roll to succeed at disengaging?
Yes.
Okay.
You're a bard, right?
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, bard has it as a reaction.
It says if you take the disengage action, your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Doesn't say I have to roll.
Yeah, you can. Well, if you can take it as an action, and then that
Yeah.
will be your action.
Yeah, but I get a bonus action as well,
Okay.
which will be to give bardic inspiration to Vorwin.
Okay.
So Vorwin, you have a extra 1d6 you can use after you roll, but before it's determined whether you do something, and you can use that for. What can you use that for? Hitting or
I think attack, saving throws.
yeah, ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw.
Yeah.
So you can do your regular roll, and before determining the outcome, you can choose whether to use your extra six-sided die.
Okay.
Yeah. And because
So can I at this point do something, or do I wait
Next
until
time
next
you have to roll.
Next time's my turn. Okay, sounds good.
You can choose when to use it
Yeah.
within the combat.
All right, it is now
okay.
the mimic's turn, and the mimic because Vorwin is the closest, you are going to get attacked,
Mhm.
and so
Good.
the mimic lunges out at you,
Mhm.
and 19. So what's
Oh,
your armor class number?
my armor class
Top
number
middle of the page.
17.
Okay, so I would have to roll a 17, 18, or 19, or 20 to hit you, and I have. And,
Okay.
or above that. And so I have. Yeah. So I have, it's bit you. And it's going to do... it's going to do 6 points of damage.
Okay. Took me a while to figure out where to click that, but okay. I'm down to 10 health.
All right, so you're now down to 10 health. And that is the Mimic's turn, so it is now Marigold.
All right. I'll shoot it with an arrow again.
All right.
So I got a 21.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Oh, yeah.
And 11 damage.
Ooh. And
Nice.
the Ranger is actually the tank.
I've been bit. I'm still the tank.
The tank is there soaking up the damage while the ranger blinks it away with massive amounts of
Arrows.
arrows.
Yeah. Did you want to take any movement or anything?
No, I'm going to stay where I am just in case it decides it wants to lunge at me.
All right. Verwin, your turn.
Is it still biting me, or?
No, it didn't latch on.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm angry now. I'm gonna hit it.
And you have slobber all over you.
Oh, gross.
And you have that bardic inspiration die if you need it.
Okay. How do I apply that if I were to? And like, how does it affect me wanting
So
to hit?
if you roll and you want your roll to be higher,
Uh-huh.
you can roll an extra 1d6.
Okay. So do I roll first and see if I
Yeah.
want
Roll
to
first and see if you want to use it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you can save
So
it
I
for
will-
bad roll.
Okay. I will use my great axe again. And I've rolled 13
Ooh.
plus 6 is
Yeah,
19. So
you
I rolled a
hit.
19. So I'll save it.
Yep.
I won't roll the 1d6. And then I will roll for my damage. And 13.
13, yes. 13 does enough damage to kill it, but yeah, it's looking pretty hurt right now.
All right.
Is it right?
Yeah, and now it is Wim.
I am not normally a violent person, but
But
it scared me and it hurt Vorwin, so I'm gonna get my sling out and plink it with a pebble. Nope.
Oh.
I rolled a 1 and got, even with a +4, that's only 5.
did you roll a natural one?
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, okay. So now we get to have a critical fail.
Yep.
So what that means is Deeth is going to roll a d20, and then I'm going to tell him what happens.
15.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
15.
This is why I don't do violence.
It's not in your nature.
No.
So you pull a muscle, and I'm going to have you roll a Constitution saving throw. So you need to roll a DC 15, or you'll have disadvantage on your next attacks.
I got a 10.
Oh, okay. So you pulled a muscle.
Wait. Does this give me disadvantage on playing music too?
No.
Oh, okay, not a problem. You scared me there for a minute.
No disadvantage on playing music.
Okay.
All right. So it is now the monster's turn. And Vorwin, you are still the closest, so it's attacking you.
Alrighty.
Oh, 7. So no.
Okay, so it doesn't hit, right? Okay.
The
Okay.
mimic misses. All right. It is Here we go. It is Marigold's turn.
I do have a spear I could throw at it.
You're doing
Just
great.
for some-
You're doing great with your bow.
That's true. Yeah, maybe I'll just continue shooting it.
Keep filling it with arrows.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so that's a 22
Yeah, 22
And-
hits.
That's how it's done. Yeah.
Wow.
and 11 damage.
Go Marigold.
And 11
Pew, pew.
damage is enough to kill it.
Yay!
Marigold the victor.
Yay!
I am actually going to put up, let me move this down, the rolls. So that people can see the rolls that we're all making. There we go. Alright, so you are now in a room. You've realized that this is not an actual treasure chest, so there is no treasure. It is a creature, and it is now dead. And you are faced with another shut door.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the door. Does it have teeth?
Do you want to do a sleight of hand roll and see?
Yeah. That's a 16.
16. You check it very thoroughly. You're positive there's no traps.
Okay. This is a real door.
This is a real door.
I open the door.
All right, and inside of here is. There we go. So you find a hallway that leads to a dead end.
Can I just search to see if maybe there's something we're overlooking here?
Yeah, so you can do an investigation roll if you want.
Okay. Oh, the die rolling animation teases me because I saw an 18 and then I rolled 5. So that's an 8 with my bonus.
Okay, so you rolled an 8 with your bonus.
Yeah.
You don't find anything in
Yeah.
particular interest.
That's what I figured. Well, why guard an empty dead end? It doesn't make sense. No wonder they abandoned this place.
Oh.
Okay, so we have another passage we can go down. We retrace our steps.
Okay, you can go down that passage.
Yeah, because some people don't learn.
You
You
find
must move forward.
what looks like another dead end.
Oh no! There was that other door. I forgot about it until
Yeah.
just now.
Yep. Okay.
Could I investigate this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
15?
Okay. You look around and you do actually find a trap door on the ground.
Oh.
And so there is a patch of stone that, at first glance, it looked like the floor, but as you sort of use your ranger abilities to really look around, you discovered that that there is a part that seems to, if you grabbed it by the side, you could probably lift it off.
I don't know. Should we lift it? Should the barbarian do that? If the barbarian lifts it, I can point my arrow down into the hole.
And I can be ready with my loot.
It's really
Play me a funeral song.
I have a loot and I'm not afraid to use it.
You
I'm
find
happy to pull it up.
if you find
Okay, do you want
a
to
loot in a treasure chest, you can loot the loot.
Oh. Can you give me a strength check?
Strength strength check.
Yeah. So,
So
you're
do I
going
just roll?
You're actually going to click on strength. Not
Oh, the
on
strength.
athletics.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
you're gonna-
part.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Oh no! I rolled a 3 plus a 6 plus
Oh.
a 9.
So you try to lift it. It's really heavy, and you're pretty convinced that this could never be lifted.
Oh, but
What if we help? Can we give
Yeah.
help?
So if you want, you can try again. You can give the help
Okay.
action, and
Uh-huh.
and then you can roll with advantage. So you roll twice.
Oh, okay. So I just click
you
on
roll
it
twice and take
for
the
strength?
highest. Yep. Do strength twice,
Okay. Okay.
and do one more time, and
Oh,
You can do it.
whoa!
You can do it, Vorwin.
Woo.
Okay.
yeah.
So when you hear your companions encouraging you, you suddenly feel this burst of energy, and you're just like able to and pick it up.
Help me so much.
To you it feels like you've held it up super high, but it's only about like 2.5 feet because you're a gnome. And
Yeah.
and you inside of it you see a ladder going down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like it goes
Nice.
into, like, there's a tunnel underneath.
Cool. I rolled a 10, and then you encouraged me, and I rolled a 15 plus a 6, giving me a 21. So down we go.
Yeah. I'm like, Vorwin, bend with your knees.
You sang that with the lute, though. That would
Yeah.
be pretty inspiring.
Yeah.
It was.
All right. So what would you like to do?
I want to go down.
Yeah.
There's a ladder. I don't even need to use a rope this time.
Yeah, this seems to be the right way.
Should we check if it's rotten, though? Like if it's a wood ladder? It's been here so long.
That's so wise.
Okay. When you give it a, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna have you roll an investigation check before I say anything about it.
I will assist.
So am I investigating?
Well, in a case like that,
Wait.
whoever is the best at investigating, you'd want them to do
Okay.
it. and
Oh,
then-
okay.
I'm at +3.
I have
So.
a +3.
I have nothing.
Oh, okay. I will roll
You were about to head
investigation.
down it, so you can check it, and I'll
It
help.
makes sense that I will do that. I rolled a 10 because
And then roll again.
Yeah, roll again.
Okay.
Again, you're getting encouragement.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Okay, so take the 10.
The ladder looks fine to you. Like, why would a ladder, just because it's wood in a damp underground area, why would there
Oh,
be
I rolled a
anything wrong with
13
it?
After
actually. Does
hundreds
that
of
make
years.
any
Oh.
difference in like my perception of it?
Yes, actually.
Because I rolled a 10 plus 3 is a 13.
Yes. If you rolled a 13, yeah, I didn't see
Yeah.
that. It makes a big difference. So
Oh, good.
the 13, you can see that quite a few of the rings actually look like they're rotted through. So you could be
We left
careful and
the
just
rope
skipping
out
those
there.
rings. You could probably still
Rungs.
do it. It would just take a little
Okay.
bit more effort.
Oh, okay. I'll still carefully make my way down.
Okay.
Do I need to roll anything as I do that?
Yes, you are going to roll a athletics check.
An athletics check. Okay, good.
You have no
What's
problem
B
getting
mean?
down. What's that?
Okay. What's a B mean? That's
A
what
B?
it showed up on the dice.
Oh,
yeah,
just
a
beyond.
B.
Beyond. That's just
Oh, so I rolled a
the
20.
You rolled a 26.
I rolled a 20. Okay.
Yeah, no
Yay.
problem.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
You,
In
you
combat,
critically succeeded.
Yeah, you critically succeeded. In combat, that would be really good, by the way.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, you can.
Masterfully scale the ladder.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I need to see what kind of gear I have. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull a wide belt out of one of my costumes because I have 3 costumes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll have something like that, and put it kind of around myself and around the ladder. And again, just kind of slide down my feet on the sides of the ladder, ignoring the rungs altogether, and just like athletics
Okay. Acrobat your way down.
acrobat my way down.
Yeah. And for,
I think I'll play the flute this time on the way down.
For anybody who used to play Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, the acrobat used to be my favorite character to play.
So acrobatics gives me 15.
15, yeah, no problem. You get down there and it's a very picturesque way of living.
I'm just gonna take my time because I don't want another of the rope incidents. 8. Oh, 9.
Right, 9. So unfortunately, you've had another rope.
Oh
no!
You hit one.
I thought elves are supposed to be graceful.
You hit one of the rings that is rotted through, and it breaks on you. So what I'm going to have you do is a dexterity saving throw. 12, you land on your feet, no problem. Anything less than 12, and you have failed. And you're going to take some damage because you...
Oh no! 6!
Ruining the image of elves.
Yeah, and 6 damage.
This is why elves don't go into dungeons.
Okay, you take 6 damage. Okay,
Well, if Cindy has to leave at 4:30 and Marigold dies, then they could switch characters.
And I'm just going to switch over maps here.
Oh.
And then I will...
Are we in a sewer pipe?
It's so green.
You are. Just going to bring that up and... Bring that over. And then... There. Okay, I'm going to put you guys back on here now. And hopefully this works. There's Whim. Or Wind.
Whim
Oh
cannot
no,
move.
I'm outside the wall.
Oh.
You're in the.
And you take damage.
You're in the fog of war.
Okay, so Marigold.
Is the only one who can move again. I wonder why it keeps doing that.
Oh,
Because
none
it
of you
works
can
fine
none
for
of you can
Marigold's
move.
character. No, I saw Marigold moving.
Yeah, I moved.
Yeah, because I was quick and I got her moving.
Oh, I see, I see.
And... yeah, it's supposed to save automatically.
Now I can move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Splashing around in the slimy green water.
Slimy green sewer, and there's a giant sewer pipe in front of you. There is a little bit of water coming out. The water is only about as high as your ankles. Knees for the gnomes, actually.
So we didn't come out of that pipe. We came down into this.
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the ladder?
The ladder is right here.
Okay. I would actually like to step off the ladder and onto less gross land.
Okay. This here.
Shoes don't buy themselves.
So you can get to here, because this is the wall here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
the brown is like night. Like you can't, or like
solid
underground solid. Yeah.
Oh, so the only way out of here is up the ladder or through that pipe?
Correct.
Great. Okay.
What would you like to do?
Going down the pipe. Trying to sing a brave song, keep our spirits up.
Okay. So you...
Here we come, creatures of darkness,
So you
run
can
away
see
and hide.
a hall in front of you. You can see one going this way, and there is one going this way. And that's what you see.
Are there 3 paths?
There are 3 paths.
Oh.
So determined at random. I think we should go south.
As long as I don't have to go down anything.
Okay.
You know, eventually we're gonna have to go back up.
Oh.
Unless we find another way out of here, which is possible.
Yeah.
Beholders can levitate. Maybe they can give you a lift.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure they'd be fine with that.
I thought it's Blanky.
Yeah, keep that dry.
Well, I'm pretty sure I plunged directly into the water.
Oh
Yeah, you're pretty.
Oh,
you're pretty
I can use
wet.
prestidigitation to dry it and clean it.
This is true. You could.
So I will do that,
Okay.
but not too much because I want it to have its familiar smell.
There we go. Okay, so you're going south. You said, right?
I
There you are. Why can't? Oh, I there.
We're all following Wim.
yeah, for some reason.
Okay, so when you get to there, you can hear somebody kind of whistling, and it sounds like they're like, and they seem to be echoing towards you. So whoever
That's
it is
terrifying.
isn't trying very hard to be quiet.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Can we
when-
try to
when
follow?
you
Is
get
it
to
possible to
there-
figure out where they are?
It's so echoey down here. You can't really tell. You can't exactly pinpoint it. However, Vorwin, where you are, there is a. Hold on. There we go. Where you passed, there is actually. You saw this, and you can see from where you're standing this. However, there is a. There is a goblin. Oops. Why did I do that? There we go. Here, and when you get to here, you have an arrow suddenly shot at you.
Oh no. How much damage did it do?
Oh. Okay, so
A
it's
lot.
definitely 18 hits, right?
17.
Good. Okay. Yeah.
And my armor
So,
class is like,
Yeah. So it hits.
he's killing me off.
You get 7 damage.
So 7 damage will leave me at 3 HP.
Ooh. You are pretty hurt.
Can we, how much can we deal with like a short rest? Like after we deal with the goblin?
You could do a short rest.
Can I attack him?
Sorry, I was muted. I was gonna say, how much can we heal with a short rest? But then, after we deal with the goblin.
Yeah, you can roll 1 hit die because you're first level.
Okay. So we have a goblin. We need to roll initiative now.
Yep. So now we'll roll initiative.
Okay. Ooh.
23.
Oh.
So I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
I did a 7.
Got 16.
Cool.
I'm going to roll a.
See, it's good if I can.
I got 14.
Although,
Okay, so we've got. Okay, so. Vorwin got a. Sorry, Vorwin. What did you get, Vorwin?
I got a 7.
You got 7. Marigold
Yeah.
got 23. And what did you get, Win?
I got 16.
16. Okay. So Marigold, you will go first.
Yay! I'm just gonna return fire on the goblin.
From where you're standing, he is behind a corner, so you won't be able to hit.
Oh. Interesting. I might just move forward a little bit. How far is that? And
You would have to go right to here to hit.
okay, I don't think I can go that. Wait. I don't know if I can go that far.
You should be able to go 30, right?
I can do 35,
Yeah.
so I can go there.
Because every square is 5 feet. So,
I think he was 15 earlier.
yeah.
Yeah.
5, 10. Yeah. Yeah, you could get there easily.
Okay. I might just go to where directly behind Vorwin and try to shoot around the corner, just
Okay.
so I'm not directly in his line of sight.
Sure.
And 22
Ooh, yes, 22 hits.
Ooh.
for 5 damage.
All right. So yeah, it's a pretty solid hit. The goblin falls to his knees, not dead, but falls to his knees. And it will be Wim.
All right. Well, I don't like creatures that hurt my friends. So, can I? Okay, I'm just gonna get way too close. Can I still use my sling from this distance?
If you move there, yeah, you're like right in front of him.
Okay, it's not too close to use a missile weapon.
You can use a missile weapon, but you'd be shooting with disadvantage.
Okay, that's something that Wim would do. But I'm going to sing a song of encouragement. The earlier bardic inspiration has probably worn off, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You? No. She hasn't. Cindy, did you use the bardic inspiration?
I didn't use it because I rolled really good.
Yeah.
How long does it stick around?
Until she uses it.
Okay. So I will sing the about the accuracy of Marigold's shooting and give them bardic inspiration. But meanwhile, I'm gonna try and hit this with my sling. And it's a 22 and an 11, so 11.
We just had somebody suggest you can't touch this. Marigold.
Yeah.
Unless you are the ground immediately after a ladder.
Yeah.
And
Does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit. No,
Okay. Yeah. 22 and 11 with disadvantage.
unfortunately. All right. So it is now
The
Vorwin.
goblin's turn?
No.
Isn't it the
Vorwin.
goblin's turn? Ah.
Oh, you're right. No, goblin got 14. Yeah, it's the goblin's turn. So the goblin. I got those mixed up. So the goblin attacks.
Yeah. I'm most affected by this, so that's why I remember.
Yeah, definitely hits.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh, and
Who's it hitting?
Me, probably,
Vorwin,
right?
Yeah,
Really?
Dying rock
Vorwin.
gnome.
yeah. So So again, hits with doing a little around the corner shooting, and
I'm trying to see where the goblin is.
does 8 damage, which
I'm so dead.
yeah.
And I'm work now.
So normally we would do saving throws, but since Cindy has to do library stuff other than just playing D&D at work, we're going to skip the saving throws and leave Vorwin behind.
Like almost exactly the time she has to leave.
Back my dead body.
It's almost like I planned that.
I'm gonna sing compose a song for the hero, the fallen hero.
All right, and as that's happening, we go back to Marigold.
Well, I speak Goblin.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, you speak Goblin?
I speak Goblin. Can I? Because I don't know if he's in a position where we can maybe get some information out of him. So
speech is talking is a free action, so you can talk.
Okay.
What
would you like
Thanks
to
for
say?
playing.
How many more of there are you?
I am gonna take
What
the
are you
snacks
doing
off of
here?
your body.
The Goblin is kind of surprised that you can speak Goblin, and says, "There's an army of us here. I'm definitely not here alone and lost."
Can I? I'm going to say that you're lying. I'm just gonna guess.
He says, "Why would I lie? I have no reason to lie."
Well, I mean, if you're here by yourself, or if you're here with an army, it's better for us if you are not here anymore. So, if you're just by yourself, we can probably just let you leave.
Oh, then I'm definitely by myself.
Can I roll perception to see if what's true?
Yes, you can.
Okay. $16.
You're absolutely positive that there's no army there, and that this goblin is here alone.
All right. Maybe you can head out and we can just be on our way.
He says,
What are you doing? What are you talking about with it?
I asked it if it's by itself or if there's an army with it, and it was like, oh, I'm definitely with an army. And I told it if it was with an army, then it's better for us if he's not alive anymore. But if he was by himself, he could probably just let us.
But he killed Forwin.
That's true. You think maybe we could take some stuff from him on his way out to compensate us for our grief?
Maybe. Has he seen a beholder anywhere?
Have you by chance seen a beholder?
He says, well, I was actually down here looking for it. I was hired by this dragonborn to come look for a beholder, but I came down here.
You know he never pays anyone, right?
He looks shocked.
I shouldn't say anything because I don't actually speak Goblin.
he looks at you and then back at the elf and says, I don't understand what this gnome is saying. Can you tell him that I don't speak gnome?
The goblin says he doesn't speak gnome. But I can relay that information because that's also what the server told me.
He tells you that he was hired by Velpin, and he's very disappointed that he's not going to get paid for it, and says, well, great. So this has been an auspicious day for me.
And I also think that, didn't the druid deal with Velpin?
Yeah. But I think it's good that the goblin used auspicious much better than Velpin did.
Yes. Well, didn't Velpin say fortuitous?
Or fortuitous, right?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Alright. Well, Wim, what do you want to do with the goblin?
The goblin says, first Velpin doesn't show up when he's supposed to, so I gotta come down here alone. Then I get lost, and then I get attacked by this little creature that I have to dispatch, and now my life is in danger. This is just not my day. I should have stayed home in bed and become a doctor or something.
Yeah. And it gets worse.
Because I think Wim...
Because you gotta find some way to keep us from killing you.
He looks at you, looks at the elf again and says, I don't speak gnome.
Well, you see, you dispatched our friend. So, my friend here is quite upset about that. So, as much as I want to let you go, I don't think Wim wants that as much. So if you can find a way to help us process our grief, maybe Wim can help you.
He says, "Well, think about it from my point of view. I'm down here in this dark sewer. I can't figure out how to get out. Who knows what's down here? I hear something coming down the corridor. Do I wait and ask, hey, are you friendly? Or do I protect myself?
Yes, you ask.
I don't speak gnome."
What do you want to do, Wim?
I don't know. You already told him that you were going to let him go, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe you can go pay Velpin a visit and give him our regards.
He says, do you know where Velpin is?
Ooh, the druid didn't tell us, did she?
I'm pretty sure Velpin's dead.
Hmm. Well, to deal with the crimes that you and Velpin have committed, perhaps you can help the druid and I point on the map where the farm is, to help rebuild her fence. And then if you are still there when we get there, maybe we won't be so friendly.
Oh, you know, when I was young, I actually really wanted to be a handyman, and I was really good with tools. But you know, my family wanted me to go into the family business, which was adventuring, and I didn't really want to do it, but they wanted me to do it. And building a fence sounds about right now. So how about I go on my way, you go on your way, and we forget this entire thing ever happened.
I think that would be best for all of us.
Okay, he says, would you mind telling me where the exit is?
Is it up the ladder and then the
Yeah.
roof? Alright, well, we have a ladder back that way through the tube, and then we left some rope.
Oh, thank you. That is so handy, and then runs away.
Leave the rope.
I don't know how, but we'll know where you are.
Fixing
You
the
take
fence.
it.
Alright. I take the snacks off of Borwin.
All right.
And we split it. Should we do a short rest?
Yeah.
And eat the
Well,
snacks?
because you're injured, right?
Yeah.
I'm a little bit injured, but not enough to waste my one healing.
Sure. Yeah, you got one healing dice. So
Yeah.
you do a short rest, and a short rest is 4 hours. And in that
really?
time, you so you can roll one. Basically, actually, on the D&D Beyond sheet, there's a button that says short rest, and just click it and do the rest. And to everybody who's come to watch us play Dungeons & Dragons at the library, thank you for coming and welcome. It's really nice having you here.
If I click short rest, but I don't want to use my die now.
Oh, you're not taking a short rest then? Like you're taking a short rest, but you're not resting.
I'm not getting any.
You're
I don't get any other benefits because only warlocks get spells back.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you don't have any spells or anything at this point. If you were higher level, there are things that a bard can have that you can only use once per short rest, but not at first level.
Yeah, I've actually used up 2 of my bardic inspirations, and those only come back with long rest. Yeah.
All right, so you were in the sewer.
Lovely. Should we keep going south?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Is there anything else you wanted from Vorwin to remember them by?
What does Vorwin have?
Armor, weapons? I don't know.
I think that's all too heavy for me.
Yeah, a battle axe, plate armor.
Yeah. That won't work as a ranger.
Oh, that's poor Vorwin.
So if you're going to keep going south, you see the tunnel go, and there is another tunnel also going to the west.
I have a good feeling about south.
Okay, and at that point, it ends at a wall, And it appears that there's a drainage underneath that particular wall, but that is an end.
Huh.
And as you pass that one passage, here, you actually heard something from here. Oh, let's see if I can ping it. From this direction. Oh, well, let me ping. Oh, that could be on that. From this direction here, you can hear something.
A reviewer?
It kind of sounded like almost like a weeping, like something's crying.
Aw, let's go cheer them up.
Can
They
I use-
probably just need a song.
Yeah.
Maybe some snacks.
Okay.
Can I use my animal handling? I don't know. Does a beholder count as an animal to be like make noises?
You can try anything.
Okay.
Whether or not it
Usually-
succeeds, you would have to try it. But you can try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know with spells, usually you would need like monster friendship rather than animal friendship
Yeah.
or something.
Mm-hmm.
But keep in mind that this is not a typical beholder, too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oops.
But it's also not
Not an animal. Maybe I won't do that. We'll just slowly walk down here.
Okay, hold on. Stop right there, because what you see
Uh.
is...
Waves of war when
Where is my... Oh, I'm just having some trouble with roll 20 here. Hold it. There we go. Okay, here. Oh, why didn't that go on? Let me try that again. Roll20 doesn't want me to put anything on the map for some reason. Let me just make sure I am on, yeah. Maybe I'll just try a different token. So this isn't the token I was going to use, but it's the only one that will show. So you see a beholder floating and seemingly weeping. Can you... Oh, maybe you can't see that.
I can see it as just very similar color to everything else.
Yeah. It's the only one that rolled 20.
What was the
will let you
beholder's name?
use.
Gorth.
Gorth. That's important.
Okay. There you go. And there, and you can see that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, that is like almost exactly the same color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the beholder over top of this, and then you can see a little
Oh, wow.
better.
Yeah.
So there you see a beholder floating around, weeping.
I play a little. What I say? Oh, could that be Gorth that we've been sent for? We want to help and take them back to the druid.
When Gorth hears you singing, he turns and you can almost hear. It sounds like maybe it's a humming, as though Gorth is trying to hum along with you, but it's hard to tell if it's a hum or if it's a growl or if it's just some weird noise that the beholder is making. But the weeping seems to have stopped. You can see one big tear that was coming out of its one eyeball.
We need the blanket.
Yeah, I pulled a blanket out.
We're here to help. We're here to help. We've got your blanket and directions home.
Gorth comes a little bit closer as you sing, and sort of nuzzles up against the blanket.
We're sorry you were lost. We brought snacks. We come to take Gorth on back. All right. So we introduce ourselves, I guess. I am Wim Bindlestiff, and
I am Marigold Fernvale, and your friend, the druid, sent us to get you.
And the beholder says, looks at you rather with its one big eye and makes a noise that sounds like Gorth, Gorth.
yeah. Hi, Gorth. Nice to meet you. You ready to go home?
It goes to this one big eyeball.
Okay.
It's just going up and down.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's go back.
All right. So you are able to get through with no difficulty. With Gorth, you make it back to, and Vorwin is not there. Oh no, yeah, Vorwin is not
We
there.
could have carried her body back with us.
Yeah.
You could have. So you arrive from this direction up here, and
Yeah.
you are with Gorth. And you can see Chrysanthra still working, and you also actually see the goblin is actually there, and
She's rehabilitating him.
and helping with the fence, and he seems really happy actually.
Yay!
And she sees you and says, "Friends, you have brought me back Gorth."
Yep.
And thank you for returning Gorth to me. And you see Gorth float over and goes back into the pen. And there's another beholder there, and Gorth kind of snuggles up next to the other beholder. And she says to you, "Are you harmed in any way? Do you need any healing? Can I offer you some reprieve, some rest?"
Oh, I could take some healing.
I've only got a scratch.
She says, "Good gnome that you were able to survive this unharmed. Ranger, let me tend to your wounds."
Not entirely unharmed. We lost our friend.
She says, "Oh, that's right. There were 3 of you. My apologies for being so thoughtless and so uncaring. Let's take a moment to remember your friend, and perhaps one day your friend will be back with us in another form to adventure again."
Poor Warwind.
And we will complete the campaign here. This is our one shot that is called The Beholder Ranch, that was written by myself, and thank you all for coming and for listening and for participating in the chat as well. It was a lot of fun. So if everybody would like to say goodbye.
Great. Thanks to everybody for joining, and thank you, James, for running this.
No problem. We'll see everybody.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully we get to do it again. Okay, see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. And have a good day, everybody.
Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
Bye.